Hello, I'm Annette Young and welcome to the 51%, a show about women reshaping our world. Coming up, how the pandemic has dramatically reshaped the workforce as millions of mothers quit their jobs due to the closure of schools and childcare centres. Also, I'll be speaking to Professor Rosalind Gill, the co-author of a new book that says instead of calling on women to boost their confidence, that it's up to companies themselves to change their corporate culture. And the South African parasurfer with cerebral palsy who's turned a disability into a strength. But we begin in the US, where a record 4.5 million people left their jobs in the month of November 2021 alone. Since the start of the pandemic, women have been quitting their jobs at twice the rate of men. A growing number of employers are now offering perks to retain and attract staff, as Sharon Gaffney reports.
Every Friday morning, Yolanda Jacobs drives her daughter not to school, but to the place where she works.
Good morning. How's it going?
After greeting her boss, it's on to the task at hand.
I'll start her get her started on her lesson, and then I'll go ahead and get to work. All right. All right. Have fun. Okay.
Thank you.
Come on.
The company allows staff to come to work with their children.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yolanda only takes her daughter into the office when she can't find anyone to collect her from school.
I mean, it does help to know that if something pops up, she's flexible. And that's what has kept me here, is because, I mean, it's, you know, if you can't make it to work, you can't take care of your family, and she helps us to do that.
All American schools are making their classes available online due to the pandemic, allowing parents like Yolanda to avoid spending all their wages on childcare. And that's something her boss, the founder of the firm, understands. She's also a single mother.
My very last corporate job told me if I left to go pick my son up from work that I no longer had a job. Single parents didn't want to go back to work. They got a taste of the homeschooling. So I wondered, how can I make sure that as a small business, we are here, we're alive, we're kicking, we're thriving, and it was to create this initiative.
A record 10 million positions are available across the US, largely in sectors that traditionally employ more women. Since the start of the pandemic, a third of mothers have quit their jobs. Employers in Silicon Valley are trying to lure them back, including tech giant Cisco, which is currently trying to fill more than 1,000 vacancies. With that in mind, one of the directors, also a single mother, has set up a new initiative.
We want you to bring your whole self to work. Don't pretend to have everything in order and come in because that's not reality, that's not life.
This organisation offers a structured approach to women with technical backgrounds who are planning to re-enter the workforce. They offer free courses that help returnees write CVs, practice interview techniques and search for positions. It's been invaluable for engineer and new mother Gill Rees.
Of the industry, IT industry is very fast, and every day the new technology comes out. Wow, I just throw away all those professional years, and yes, being a mom is sweet, is very valuable, but was it the right choice for me?
The association says bringing these women back to work will boost the economy.
73% have master's degree. They are highly qualified. If we wanted our economy to continue to grow, we have to get women back into the workforce.
To compete for that talent, some firms are willing to raise wages, offer sign-on bonuses and even pay for college tuition.
Now, sticking to the theme of women in the workplace, we've all heard about the need for women to work on boosting their confidence if they want to advance. Once again, the onus is placed on us women to do what it takes in order to improve equality at work. But a new book says the so-called confidence culture is letting institutions off the hook while blaming women for their lack of advancement. Joining me now from London is Professor Rosalind Gill, the co-author of Confidence Culture. Professor Gill, thank you so much for your time. When and why did the emphasis on boosting female confidence become such a popular approach?
Well, we started noticing it about 10 years ago, and then we started collecting data more systematically about 7 years ago. And I think it started off in advertising. I think it started with companies like Dove and L'Oreal and Nike telling women that they should be feeling confident in their bodies, they should be comfortable in their skin, that they're beautiful as they are. And then it spread out to multiple other domains. And the domains that we look at in the book are the workplace, mothering, intimate relationships, and also the global south.
Now, in the book, you argue that the confidence culture has become a cult. In what way?
Yeah, we kind of play around with the term cult and culture because we use the term culture to sort of express the extensiveness of this emphasis on confidence, the way it's proliferated, not just in advertising, not just in the workplace, but also in relationship advice, in mothering and parenting advice, even in the global south. So it does seem to be something that spreads across our whole culture. And yet it also seems to be a cult in the sense that it's kind of been placed beyond discussion, beyond debate. It's almost taken as an article of faith. And we believe axiomatically, really, that you should always question something that's been placed beyond debate. And that's what we set out to do.
But don't we women need to be challenged to rethink the way we operate in the workplace? You know, for instance, the inherent response among many of us to let our male colleagues dominate workplace discussion or take credit for our ideas and, you know, other examples of such behaviour.
Absolutely, we really do. And one of the things that we've tried to do in the book is talk about our own ambivalence about confidence culture. We're certainly not writing a book where we say, hey, we've got this all sorted and there's just a problem out there. We're really trying to talk about the way that we're implicated in that ourselves. We try to get our students to feel that they can take up more space in the world. We go through their written work and take out I'm just, or I think, and all those apologetic phrases that have come to be associated with feminine speech. So absolutely, there's something to it. But I think the problem is when it becomes seen as a panacea and when it ends up displacing attention away from some of the kind of structural barriers and persistent discrimination that women continue to face.
So, of course, that begs the question, doesn't it, Professor Gill? What do companies need to do instead to change their culture?
I think they need to turn away from focusing on women as if women have a deficit of confidence and by implication trying to make women speak, behave, move, dress, whatever, more like men. I think that companies could do some simple things, such as looking at the barriers within their own workplace. They should be looking more carefully at care leave. They should be looking at their working hours. They should be looking at working more flexibly and basically incorporating women's needs into the workplace rather than getting women to change, to adapt to their workplace.
Professor Gill, it's been lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And finally, a 32-year-old South African surfer is making waves across the globe. The difference is that Noluthando Makalima was born with cerebral palsy. She has become a champion at parasurfing, an adapted form of the sport that allows people with physical disabilities to ride waves on a surfboard.
Muizenberg Beach in Cape Town is one of the world's most popular surfing hotspots.
Good.
Wow, and
Your equipment's arrived.
wow.
Noluthando Makalima had to raise funds by herself to get to California for the Parasurfing World Championships this year. Her mentor handed her a Team South Africa kit.
Yes.
Born with cerebral palsy, Noluthando went for her first surf lesson in 2014 and it changed her life. She was very scared to face the waves. She can hardly walk and she will never be able to swim by herself. But at her first World Championship last year, she came in second.
You either rise to the occasion or you don't. And Nolo is one of those surfers that just flew. You know, she thrives on the pressure.
Nolu was petrified before competing on the world stage.
I even cried on the final. I was crying. When by the time I came out, I was like, I don't know whether I'm free. Because I saw my TV was coming to me, hugged me. I said, what's going on? I was like, maybe. To me, it's like a physio, a therapy. Even if I am angry on that day, I know, okay, when I am riding the wave, I will take out all of that angerness of me, and then I will make it, and then I will leave it there otherwise.
Nolu grew up in the impoverished Khayelitsha township. She still stays here, taking care of her family on a disability grant of less than €100 a month.
It is very challenging, but then I am pushing, I am trying. So my motto is never give up in life. Try hard, try. If you lose today, maybe tomorrow you are going to win.
An energy and determination that could serve Nolu very well in the future, as parasurfing could be one of the disciplines added to the Paris 2024 Paralympics.
And that's it for now. You can also connect with us via our Facebook page, that of course being France24.51%, or do send us a tweet at _51%. So until our next show, bye for now.